It's fall, the beginning of the holiday season, which means it's sweet treat season. I know I'm not the only one who likes to overindulge on baked goods this time of year, and there's nothing better than a nice warm cinnamon roll on a crisp Sunday morning. So recently I did what any sane person would do. I bought a can of Pillsbury Cinnamon Rolls. First thing in the morning, I pop them out of the can, throw them in the oven, and 15 minutes later I have warm, delicious cinnamon rolls. Or so I thought. Something was wrong. I didn't know it yet, but I was about to uncover the biggest baked goods controversy ever. I look at the package. They are in fact cinnamon rolls. But what I see in front of me is an imposter. A sad imitation of a delicious cinnamon swirl. There is no roll, there is no center. I pick it up, turn it over, and find a perfectly flat bottom. This is a roll as in a roll of bread, not a roll as in rolled up dough. This is merely a biscuit masquerading as a cinnamon roll. I felt betrayed. My morning was ruined. My trust was broken. How could my beloved Pillsbury do this to me? Maybe this was a mistake. A hiccup in the manufacturing process that led to a single can of unrolled rolls. As long as I could remember, these were normal cinnamon rolls, not the disgrace that was in front of me. I went to the internet searching for answers, but somehow this just led to more questions. Only a handful of things came up when I googled Pillsbury cinnamon rolls aren't rolls. I wasn't sure how else to phrase my concern, but this would do. The earliest documented instance of this culinary travesty is a blog post on the website cinnamonrollreview.com, dated March 9th, 2011. It details his disappointment thoroughly, with many comments agreeing with the offensive, biscuity presentation, though some adamantly disagreed, even going as far as saying that if you can unroll a cinnamon roll, then it was made incorrectly. My feelings of validation were fleeting. I felt gaslit. At the very top of all these comments, one stood alone. It was a long, suspiciously defensive comment. I can't quite believe my eyes. Your comments are truly offensive and just plain wrong. Clearly you have broken taste buds. Either that or these were introduced to you by an ex-girlfriend. And as you are in such pain over the breakup, have decided to take it out on a beautiful, tasty, mouth-watering, easy on the eye, glossy, dream-fulfilling snack product instead of your ex. These goodies are possibly the only reason I am still alive. Having difficulties in my marriage, I turned to Pillsbury for comfort. Not only have I made a real connection to the Pillsbury doughboy, but have also developed a strong relationship with these cinnamon rolls. Was this a corporate shill? Pillsbury propaganda? I had to dig deeper. 5 years ago, a Reddit post was made reigniting the debate over the fraudulent cinnamon rolls. The comments on this one were more telling. Clearly, if you were upset by the cinnamon rolls, Googling would lead you to the blog post, so the comments there may have been skewed by that. But Reddit can garner the general public's opinion more easily, and the public's opinion was mostly unanimous, and from 2 years ago. The post is from 5 years ago, yet almost all the comments are 2 years old, but the blog post was from 14 years ago. So how did this go unnoticed for so long? I investigated further. I found another post from a year ago, most people agreeing that something has changed and they are no longer real cinnamon rolls, just cinnamon biscuits. Except for a couple comments saying they've always been like this. There's just two types of cinnamon rolls and they've always coexisted. Someone even accused the original poster of faking this by using the packaging of cinnamon rolls but showing the Pillsbury sweet biscuits. I kept looking and found a few more posts detailing the same phenomenon that I had encountered, and consistently people were deeply disappointed by the recent change, while others claimed there was no change. It was always like this. Some of these comments claim that only the grands are truly rolled, but how could so many people be bamboozled by this? Why did some people discover this over a decade ago while others claimed it was within the last couple years? Did I discover a new Mandela effect? I decided it was time to go straight to the source. Pillsbury.com. I go to the product page for the cinnamon rolls with cream cheese icing because that's what led me down this spiral to begin with. And this is where things got super interesting. They have almost entirely good reviews. Tons of 5-star reviews. And every single one of them says, received an incentive in exchange for their honest review. I was scrolling for ages and I noticed a pattern. May 25th, 2022. All of these reviews were from that date. Possibly 100 or more reviews, all from the same date, all incentivized, all the same format. Then I saw something. A review that said something quite peculiar. I take and unroll one and then wrap around another one to make 4 big cinnamon rolls. But these cannot be unrolled. These reviews are clearly all fake. But this one finally lifted the veil. These fake reviews weren't even for the right product. Then I came across another interesting one from 2021 that read, wow, 2.5 stars for 8 cinnamon rolls that cost 30 cents a piece. This product currently has a 4.5-star rating. So they managed to override the real negative reviews with this slew of positive ones. Then I found a 2016 review. I bought cinnamon rolls and came out biscuits, not rolls. I felt vindicated. This was further confirmation that these were not rolls at all, merely biscuits. And they had been trying to cover it up for at least a decade. I decided to look at reviews of some of their other products and settled on the most similar. The original cinnamon rolls with original icing. These reviews tell the real story. They have an average rating of 3.5 stars, and most of them complain that these are biscuits, not rolls. Quit Lying says, so disappointed that you chose to market biscuits as rolled dough. The face that some of your products are actually rolled dough just causes confusion for the customer. Surprised your legal team allows the use of the word rolls on your biscuits. Obviously they aren't rolled as the name and picture imply. You can do better. A review by Ty123 Don't Lie says, I'm not sure what kind of fast one you all are trying to pull down there, but Pillsbury Cinnamon Rolls are not cinnamon rolls by no mean. Made with real cinnamon, not sure. You're just trying to add wording to your packaging along with original icing. But these are clearly biscuits, not cinnamon rolls. Real cinnamon, more like lack of cinnamon. Besides, they're really a cheaper option. And then so original in there real big, like to put in your mindset as if you're getting original cinnamon rolls with original icing. I'm very frustrated when buying your product. Get it at home and realize I bought cinnamon biscuits because it says cinnamon rolls, but there's a picture of cinnamon rolls with the right wording to make me believe without a doubt I'm getting cinnamon rolls, but there's no other way to identify that I'm actually getting cinnamon biscuits without opening the packaging, which requires me to buy them and take them home. So I would like for you to please identify your biscuits as what they are with their real cinnamon and original icing. That's fine, but you could also add lack of cinnamon inside the roll. It's not efficient as well as, it's not efficient, but there is cinnamon, so you can keep your cinnamon biscuits as a cinnamon biscuit. Either take the picture off of cinnamon rolls and take a picture of your cinnamon biscuits, dash it up however you want to do it, like they do to the burgers at Burger King, so people can at least tell they're getting cinnamon biscuits, or change the name from cinnamon rolls to cinnamon biscuits, which we both know that's what they are. Please stop misleading of your product. People know what they are getting, but I'm sure you already know if you've done that, that your product itself would want it, because people would realize cinnamon biscuits and cinnamon rolls are two separate things. Never could they ever be one. I can make cinnamon biscuits here at my house a lot cheaper along with my fried cinnamon and sugar biscuit. Maybe it's an honest mistake, but I think you should already recognize the difference between the two things. If you're in the baking industry, you recognize the difference. In these reviews, Pillsbury is willing to respond though, and it tells an interesting story. You can tell by the picture on the can whether the product should form a solid cinnamon roll or a spiral of dough with a layer of cinnamon throughout. And sometimes they describe the fake cinnamon rolls as a piece of dough with topping and swirly cuts, making it easier for smaller hands to handle. So Pillsbury is trying to claim that the cinnamon rolls that are actually biscuits are meant for children. And you are stupid for not recognizing that the picture on the package is obviously something different, even though they're clearly purposefully mimicking the expected cinnamon swirl by showing the icing in a swirl shape. This is gaslighting, plain and simple. If you look at the packaging for their other products, like the Grand's cinnamon rolls or even the flaky cinnamon rolls, you can see that the roll itself is more pronounced, but they are still clearly trying to fake it on the fake cinnamon rolls. The 12.4 ounce cans are the ones with the fake rolls, while all of the others are actually rolled. The second lowest weight of the standard size can is 13 ounces, but most of them are 13.9 ounces. So is this a result of shrinkflation? This comment makes me think so. If you're going to shrink your product like your cinnamon rolls, why don't you shrink the price? Also, you think the size of my pan has changed all of a sudden? I think it's ridiculous to gouge the customer. Take advantage. I'm so sick of it. I'm going to quit buying every company's product that keeps doing this. So all of these products cost the same amount, but they vary in weight. The biscuit-style cinnamon rolls are around 24 cents per ounce, while the others end up being about 21 cents per ounce. So you're actually paying more for a worse product, which is just insult to injury. But there were comments saying that they had always been like that their entire life, decades. It's hard to know what to believe anymore. There is no grand conclusion to this. I don't know if this product actually changed or if they've actually always been like this. The 12.4 ounce Pillsbury Cinnamon Rolls with original or cream cheese icing are bad, and I won't be buying them again. That's it. If you need a moral to this story, it's as simple as you cannot trust a large corporation to do the right thing. They will gaslight you, and they will take your money every chance they get. Thanks for listening.